Me and my son Alvin had a discussion that provoked the video that I'm about to do. Basically, what it's on is bitterness and snapping at your spouse in public. What I do is fun. I don't try to snap, or some of it's not. Some of it's real serious business, but most of it is fun. I do it in fun. And so I don't want people to get a misunderstanding. But when you snap on your partner in public, say you're sitting there having a meal and your partner says something to you like, hey, pass the salt. And the other partner that, was asked to pass the salt gets snippy and starts saying, I don't want to because you hurt me 20 years ago, and just snaps off like that. That's bitterness and it's anger, and it's not something you should be displaying in public. If you have an issue with your spouse and you feel that way about them, that is going to make you snap off publicly like that, maybe you shouldn't go public places with them, because you can't control your emotions. And until you can, you just shouldn't be seen in public with them. I've had people that I've snapped off on, and it let me know that they are not for me. I don't want to behave that way, and I don't think it's appropriate for anybody else to either. If you have a problem with your spouse, keep it behind closed doors. It's one thing what I do because I'm trying to teach people. But when you're out there and you're really putting your spouse down and calling them nasty names and being vile and mean to them, you're not helping anybody, especially your spouse. And that's abuse. If you talk to each other behind closed doors, you're even supposed to be respectful to each other there. You're not supposed to put anybody down behind closed doors either. However, if you are upset, you are supposed to wait until you're behind closed doors to discuss your issues. Sometimes it's difficult to do that, and not everybody can control their emotions that way. I just happen to be really good at it because I've had a lot of practice, because I've been put in a lot of positions that made me have to control myself. And so I have a experience at it where other people might not, or they just really don't care. Some people have experience at self-control in public with their spouse, but they just don't practice it. I don't believe in all that. I think you should save that stuff for behind closed doors. And there's a time when I did argue with whoever I was with at the time, and that's not okay. You shouldn't do it, especially when kids are watching, because it teaches the children to do it, and it teaches them that that's the standard. And we're all supposed to be better than that. We want to be better than what we left, not worse. So for you to argue and snap on your spouse in public, maybe you should rethink your relationship and start doing some things differently, because it's inappropriate. With God's love. God bless America. Have a blessed day. Back to Badge.